Today's acting tip is extremely important if you want to become a top-tier star. Use a stunt double. Assuming you've already mastered my first acting tip, you may find it hard to be handsome when a role requires you to get your face pummeled, or to survive a car crash scene while already on fire. That's why you pass the physical abuse onto someone referred to as a stunt double. Your first step is to have your agent find someone who looks identical to you. If you're having trouble finding a decent look-alike, then find someone with a similar physique and send them to a plastic surgeon. Remember, your double doesn't need to be talented or athletic in any way. They just need to be able to survive blows to the head or a mild explosion so you don't have to. My favorite test of a double's durability is to run them over with a rental car, or push them from a high place. You need to know just how much damage your double can take. But remember when you do this to wear a mask. You don't want your double to know it's you and that he's being tested, or he may not perform to his full potential. Once your double has been conditioned to do all the dangerous work of acting for you, then you can start adding other items to this to-do list, such as picking up your dry cleaning, grabbing your coffee, or fully running and managing your side businesses so you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the life of wealth and fame. Speaking of which, let's check in with my stunt double and see what movie he has for us this week. And I swear, if it's another boring nerd movie, I'm going to the rental car place and getting the biggest truck they have, and I'm gonna... enjoy the review. Yeah. Well, yeah. No. Listen, I'm trying to send the money, but it's expensive to send a briefcase full of cash to Hong Kong. Can't we just wire you the... Oh, I understand. Okay. Well, I gotta go, so... Yep. Yep, Okay, bye. Sorry about that. Hollywood Nick made a deal with some big shot Hong Kong investors, and now we have like 800 more foreign titles here at the Videorama, all of which need to be inventoried and came unmarked. The only way I can figure out what's on each tape is to watch each one individually. And he put me in charge of paying the investors, and it's not as easy as you'd think to send a briefcase full of cash to Hong Kong. But I did find a hidden gem while I was going through the tapes. I see you're interested in watching City Hunter. Here's what you need to know about the movie. This film stars Joey Wong as Carrie, Kumiko Goto as Shizuko, Qingmi Yao as Saiko, Leon Lai as Cao Ta, Richard Norton as McDonald, Gary Daniels as McDonald's henchman, and Jackie Chan as Ryu Saiba, the City Hunter. Ryu Saiba, nicknamed City Hunter, runs a jack-of-all-trades business along with his partner Carrie. City Hunter likes to solve crimes, unravel mysteries, and most importantly, chase the ladies. When the daughter of a newspaper CEO runs away from home, City Hunter is hired to track her down and bring her home safely. Unfortunately, City Hunter is in for more than he bargained for, as his mission lands him on a cruise ship where he accidentally stumbles onto a terrorist plot. I think some might see this movie as a little too cartoony or cheesy, and the tone of the movie can kind of shift fairly quickly as well, as there's scenes of violent murder juxtaposed with scenes of comedy. The story is also a little bit messy, but honestly, it still works for what the film's trying to achieve. With City Hunter originally being a manga series, this film does a great job at keeping that original animated feel to it, with its bright colors, its slapstick humor, its cartoonish sound effects, and over-the-top scenarios. A lot of what happens in this movie is absolutely ridiculous. The movie even starts with absurdity, as City Hunter's original partner is gunned down, and before he dies, he asks City Hunter to take care of Carrie, his 11-year-old niece, or sister, depending on the translation, with the promise that he won't seduce her. Once she's of age, City Hunter makes her his new partner, but they still have this weird love interest in each other. I'm not sure what the age difference is supposed to be between the two characters, but the guy raised her from a child, so either way it's a little bizarre. And if that wasn't strange enough, Carrie tries to make City Hunter jealous by spending time with her own cousin, who's also romantically interested in her. I'm not sure if there's some translation issues with this movie, or if people were actually this strange in Hong Kong in the 90s. Carrie isn't City Hunter's only love interest either. He seems to have an obsession with beautiful women. He even dreams about being surrounded by women. It's comical how easily distracted he is when a pretty girl's around, although he seems even more distracted by food throughout most of the film. There's a running joke on how he hasn't had anything to eat the entire movie, so he's starving. This leads to some interesting scenarios, like how he imagines a girl that's hitting on him being made completely out of food. They do a great job with the scene, showing how he perceives her differently than he normally would while he's on an empty stomach. His hunger even leads to him beating the crap out of a guy for stepping on a piece of bread. Poor guy was just walking, and City Hunter punches him in the stomach like 50 times in a row. It's intense, but hilarious. And as you'd expect, the fighting antics don't stop there either. This is a Jackie Chan movie after all, and they definitely use him to his full potential. Some of the best action scenes in this movie include an insane skateboard chase. You heard me right. Jackie Chan does skateboard stunts in this movie. There's a scene where he's fighting two comically large henchmen in a theater while Bruce Lee fights 7'2" Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in Game of Death, which plays on the big screen. This feels partly like an homage to Lee, but also like a slight comparison between Lee and Chan's distinct action styles. There's even a scene where City Hunter rides on the back of a fake dolphin. But I think the most memorable scene is in the arcade, where there's a fight that is so unexpected, you'll wonder if you're even watching the same movie. And of course, there are plenty more crazy fights in this movie, but I'll let you see those for yourself. And if fighting isn't your thing, there's even a full musical number in this movie. And you guessed it, it's super off the wall. There's even a City Hunter theme song sang by Jackie Chan himself. The song isn't in English aside from one part where he says, "Everybody wants to be a City Hunter." And when I heard that, I realized that my entire life, without knowing, I've always wanted to be a City Hunter. There are plenty of outlandish characters in this movie, including a guy who has the ability to throw cards like deadly weapons, and a female character whose gimmick is a chest that's supposed to be so large that she can't even keep her balance. I could keep going, but I recommend just watching the insanity for yourself. This movie is originally based off a manga of the same name. From there it spread into multiple anime TV series, specials, films, OVAs, spin-off series, video games, a live-action Korean drama series, and even a French film adaptation. It seems like this franchise is just as big as Flash Gordon. During the fight in the arcade, City Hunter accidentally selects a character on the Street Fighter arcade machine. While you may recognize this character as E. Honda, the movie changed the character's name to E. Hyundai since Chan was a spokesperson for Mitsubishi, a rival to the Honda car manufacturer, at the time the film was made. Well, there you have it. That just about sums up City Hunter in a nutshell. If you're into fun and colorful action movies full of goofy comedy and bizarre stunts, then this movie is for you. So stop into Hollywood Nick's Videorama and pick up one of our mystery VHS copies of the tape today. 100% guaranteed to possibly not be a bootleg. As for me, it's time to clock out here at the video store and clock in as a stunt double. I have some new skateboard tricks I'd like to try out after watching this movie. I wonder how fast I'll have to go to burst through a window on a skateboard. Guess we'll find out.